I could tell some stories that would be really bizarrely insane. I could get into so much trouble, man. I've seen some things, man, that are just unbelievable.
Such as?
Oh God, man, I don't know. Some of it's kind of.
Can I ask, like, what do you think your best performance is? Do you ever look back at your performance and say, man, I was really in the zone there?
I did a picture called Strength and Honor. I played an Irish American prize fighter, and I think it's probably the best thing I ever did.
Strength and Honor?
Strength and Honor, yeah. I was an Irish American prize fighter. It's a story about my son.
It's not iced tea,
My son is gonna.
it's coconut water, fresh coconut.
Okay, and I have to fight to save my son's life, and it never got any distribution. It never came out.
It never came out?
No, it's me and Vinnie Jones, and it's a great boxing picture. I stopped smoking. I stopped drinking. I trained for 3 months. I was supposed to be a prize fighter. We shot the movie in Ireland. I had like 5 or 6 fights, like professional fights. Wow. And I had to fight Vinnie Jones at the end of the movie.
Big dude?
Yeah, Vinnie's a big dude, a scary guy. I'm glad he did it because I needed to be afraid of that person to make it work. But that movie never came out. It was another one of my Weinstein problems. Harvey Weinstein didn't want to have a distribution of it.
So it's just still sitting on the shelf?
He buried the print of it in Cannes Film Festival.
Wow. So there's no way to access it? There's no way to, wow.
No, man, it's over. You see, the thing is, once a picture is past its time, it's over. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't re-get it and re-put it back to the world. It doesn't work that way. If it was a big movie, you could go big Bonnie and Clyde, you could re-release it tomorrow and it'd probably do great. But Strength and Honor, it's over. No one's ever heard of it. No one ever saw it. You can't revitalize it now and bring it back to, it's impossible. Once it's gone, it's gone. They released it on video in the UK, which nobody even rented it. It just.
So there are copies out there. I just.
Oh
need
yeah,
to
no, it's out there.
Movie.
It's out there, man. You can find it.
Yeah, I want to get it. Yeah. Wow.
That was a good picture, man.
When was that?
I could have got Academy Award for that. I really honestly say that, not egotistically. It was 2007, 2008. Yeah, I can't remember it, honestly. Richard Chamberlain's in it.
Okay.
And Patrick Bergen's in it.
Got it.
And Vinnie Jones, of course, is the big fighter at the end. But I had an Irish accent, man.
Did you?
I fought my ass off. I had a kickboxer trainer from Thailand and a middleweight from Ireland to train me. He had big scenes in the gym. I skipped rope and hit a speed bag and all that stuff.
Can we use this? Can we use this material right now? Are you cool for us to use what you're talking about right now?
Sure.
No, can you just adjust the mic?
No, I
am fascinated by that.
I love Strength and Honor. I thought it was a great boxing film.
And so, can you
There's no swearing. There's no cigarettes.
Wow.
It's a father-son story.
And
I kill a guy in a ring in an amateur fight, and I tell my family that I'm never going to fight again because I feel so bad about killing this guy. And then I find out my son needs heart surgery, and there's a great big fight that's a bare knuckle fight that they actually do in Ireland. And it's a real thing that happens. And the prize money to win the bare knuckle is $250,000. And that's what I need to get the operation for my son. And so I train for it, and I go into it and get in the fight and get myself together so I can save my son, get him his operation.
And that's when you quit smoking, was for that role, and you stopped smoking since then?
No, after that, I was back on everything.
So after a few months, did you feel different, like having gone through the boxing training, just like in your day-to-day? Did you feel like, how different did it feel?
I got really depressed that the movie didn't come out. I got really shattered and really depressed that it never came out. really ruined me. I did another cop picture right around then called Vice. And that was the killer again. And I don't know. Vice got more attention than I just blamed Harvey Weinstein. I wanted to choke that mother. You know, I was not somebody who felt bad about him going to prison.
Amen.
You know, he could have distributed strength and honor, and he didn't do it because he's a big asshole.
Well, he's getting his just desserts now.
He's gonna die in prison.
Yeah. I mean, I hope people listening can rediscover this movie out there, because I know I want to see it tonight. Honestly, while we're just sitting and waiting, can I just ask you a few more questions about Free Willy and stuff?
No, go ahead, man.
So, did you read the script, or were you aware of like what the original version of the script was? How the main kid was mute and he lived with nuns and all that? Or was that not on your radar?
Free Willy?
Yeah.
I read the original script and I didn't ever. There was nothing about him being with any nuns.
Oh, really?
Not that I remember.
Okay. That could be internet conjecture then.
I know it was a lot simpler than that.
Okay.
I mean, the script that I read was what we shot. Is what the movie is.
Nice.
That kid didn't want to be that kid. Jason did not want to be in the movie.
Really?
He didn't want to be the kid in the whale movie.
Wow.
You know, he would say all the time, he was just miserable. Wow. And I'd say, you're an idiot. I go, buddy, you're going to be like this big thing. You're going to be the most famous kid actor in the world when this comes out. Don't you realize that? And he's like, no, I don't want to be, I hate this, Michael. I don't want to be the whale kid. You know, I didn't understand it. He wanted to be a guitar player. He wanted to be a musician. And he was obsessed with it. And, oh, God. And then his mother got married to the director of Willy 2, Dwight Little. Jason's mom got married to that guy who did the second one. And he never went anywhere. I mean, look around. What happened to the kid from Free Willy? Nothing. You know, he could have been, you know, huge if he would have taken advantage of it. But he didn't want to be an actor. It wasn't his thing. He just didn't want to be that thing in life. Now I think he's realizing it, of what he could have done or what could have happened, but it's too late.
I think he moved kind of behind the camera, right? He was doing producing or like.
I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. We never really stayed in touch. You know, he wasn't a bad guy. He just was confused, and I don't think he realized that time goes by. You know, the clock is always ticking. I don't think he realized it, but now it's too late.
Was anyone? I mean, when you saw the poster work, was anyone surprised that everything about the movie gave the ending away?
Well, yeah, but back then nobody realized that it was giving it away. You know, it was just this whale jumping through the air with the kid. Nobody knew that was going to happen. You know, for real. In the movie, I mean, people were spoiled now, man. You know, I mean, that was when that came out. It was a big thing, man. It was a big, happy family movie.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was second behind Jurassic Park that year, which like
people cry when they see that goddamn thing.
Yeah.
You know?
My daughter loves it now. She was drawing an orca this morning before I left. I swear.
I did a lot of stuff in that movie. That's me driving the truck through the fence. That's me driving the truck when the whale's on the trailer. Wow. That's me backing it into the water. I did all that stuff. All the tow truck stuff was actually me driving.
And you knew how to do that just because you were mechanical and
yeah, I drove a tow truck for real life, you know, in Chicago. To me, it was like, oh yeah, it's a great truck. That is a beautiful truck. It was a nice blue Ford pickup. It was a nice truck.
What part of Chicago did you grow up in?
It was right in the city, like by Wrigley Field.
Oh, you've Wrigley, okay.
Yeah, and my dad was a Chicago fireman.
No kidding.
Yeah. No, sure, guys. No, my dad, my father was a firefighter in Chicago, and I went to Steppenwolf Theater acting school for about 2 days in Chicago, and I was playing baseball, and I was building quarter-mile drag cars. I wanted to be Richard Petty. That was my thing. I was going to be Richard Petty. That was my goal in life. I had no interest in being a movie actor.
At what point did that change for you, though?
That's a long story. That's a long version. I got to give you the short version of it.
Thank you for your patience.
No, sure, man.
I think Lex Luthor's calling in a little bit here. I call him Lex Luthor.
Tell him to get on the phone.
He's calling right now.
Oh, good.
Literally, I just talked to him.
Okay, cool.
On Free Willy 2, did anyone talk about how the message of the movie kind of negated the whole message of the first one? Because, like, the whole point was whales shouldn't be captured and confined. They let him out. And then in part 2, he's at
I
risk of
thought
dying.
the second one was stupid. I only did the second one because they paid me a lot of money. You know, that's the God's truth. You know, I mean, honestly, you know what happened to the real whale? They tried to set the thing free, and they towed it behind a frigate out of Finland.
Forget me.
And the goddamn thing escaped into the ocean and died. It got a virus from the ocean that killed it. You know, so what's the big thing? Let's set it free. Well, hey, man, it might have worked in the movie. In real life, it didn't happen that way.
So bad it's good. This twisted tail, laughing through the bridge we set sail. Guilty pleasures misunderstood. It's so bad it's good.